Okay, can everyone hear me okay, first of all? Good evening, everyone, welcome. My name's Ben Weeks, I'm a councillor at East Riding Council and I chair the Children and Young People Committee. It gives me enormous pleasure today to welcome you all here to the Beverley Memorial Hall for the celebration of this, our first British Youth Parliament election in 10 years. Before we get started, just a few bits of housekeeping. There is no fire drill planned tonight, so if an alarm sounds, it is the real thing. There are 3 emergency exits there and over there. Yeah, toilets, most of you have found them by now, but they're through that door over there, up the stairs for ladies, on the ground floor for gents, and then there's a accessible toilet down there too. So this evening is a really important event for the East Riding of Yorkshire because for the first time in 10 years we are electing our own delegates to the British Youth Parliament. It's absolutely incredible that we've had 25 young people stand for election this time, and although only 2 MYPs and 2 deputies can be elected tonight, I think we should all take a second just to think about the immense courage of every candidate for putting themselves forward. I know firsthand from my election back in 2019 how daunting it is to put yourself forward and to stand for election. But the experience that all of you have gained throughout this process will stay with you for a lifetime. So can we give all the candidates a round of applause, please? There are a few people, I mean there's too many people to thank them all individually, but there's a few people without whom this process couldn't have happened. I want to start by thanking Matthew Buckley, who unfortunately can't be here tonight, and Simon Clark from Democratic Services, and everyone within their team for the work that they've done to make this election as realistic and as true to life as possible. When we decided to run this election, it was really important to all of us, especially those like me who were elected, that this process mirror as much as possible a real election. And we wanted this process to not only be an educational experience for the candidates standing, which I think you'll all agree it has been, but for everybody voting. And Democratic Services at the Council have done a brilliant job in delivering the polling booths, the ballot boxes to schools, and offering advice on how to run the election as realistically as possible. We also need to thank our schools as well. I mean, they have been incredible in rising to that logistical challenge of running a polling station alongside schoolwork and classwork, but especially in the context of COVID. I'm going to be honest, there were times when we were going through this process that I didn't know whether we'd all be sitting here. I didn't know whether this would happen, whether COVID would get in the way, but it's incredible that we have. And I think that it's a real testament to our schools and our school staff for stepping up to the plate and really helping us with that. And I've really enjoyed hearing about the election days that have been held in schools, and it sounds like all the young people who took part had a great time. In addition, Deborah Myers, who unfortunately also can't be with us tonight, and her team have been absolutely brilliant in coordinating with our schools and with our academies. Lisa Welton from the press office has done a brilliant job in sharing our message around the world on social media, in the press, and really advertising everything that we're doing. So I'd ask that you join me again in giving a big round of applause to all those people. Now, I promise I've nearly finished. There is someone who we really can't go without saying thank you to, and I'm going to really embarrass you here. And that's Detty Tyler. So for those of you who don't know Detty, she works at Irvas with an incredible team. Again, I can't name them all individually, but they're all absolutely fantastic. And they've been working non-stop throughout this process since the election was announced, working with all the candidates, organising the ballot papers, sorting all the votes out, and being the link with the British Youth Parliament. Detty's going to speak a little bit more later about the support that's going to be available to the successful candidates after the election, and also some of the opportunities for young people. And I'd really encourage anyone who isn't successful tonight to really pay attention to what Detty's got to say, because there's some brilliant opportunities coming up for anybody that's involved, wanting to be involved in Youth Voice. I haven't met anyone as passionate about giving young people a voice as Detty is. And I'm so proud that I've had the opportunity to work with her over the last few years. So Detty, I have got something for you if you'd like to come up. I'm going to pop this here. And if you can give her a round of applause. This whole process, I think, has sent a really clear message. 25 young people have put themselves forward for what is a national election. And I think it says this, that young people in the East Riding have got something to say. And I think now it's our responsibility, those in elected office, or anyone here really, it's our responsibility to start listening. So for those of you who are unsuccessful tonight, don't give up. Who knows, each and every one of you could be a future leader one day. So thanks everyone.
Thank you very much, Councillor Weeks. And I would like to take the opportunity to say a huge thank you to Councillor Weeks for all his support over the last 2 or 3 years in developing our East Riding Youth Voice and Influence work. Helping East Riding Voluntary Action Services and Mighty to receive funding from the National Lottery Community Fund, hence the pink flags, because that's going to help us to really grow and develop our youth parliament in East Riding and a lot of other work with Youth Voice and Influence. And thank you very much, Councillor Weeks, for all your help and support. We really, really appreciate it. What can I say? It's fantastic to be with you all in the room tonight, and it's especially great to meet all our East Riding candidates who are no longer anonymous. They all have their names on their badges, and I hope you will take the time to meet with them and listen to what they have to say, what they stand for, what they'd like to change for the better, not just in the East Riding but across the country. You can see all their manifestos just are going to continue rolling. They've all worked extremely hard to put their manifestos together and their campaigns. And I want to congratulate all of you on putting yourselves forward, on standing up and saying yes, you want to represent East Riding in the National UK Youth Parliament. You should be very, very proud of yourselves. I know that your families will be, your friends will be, your schools, all of us here in the room tonight, myself, my colleagues at Urbas, we think you've done an amazing job, so well done everybody. Your manifestos have reflected some of the key issues that our young people in East Riding have been voting on for the last month as part of the National Make Your Mark ballot. As you'll see, if anybody has looked at any of these or watched any of the campaign videos, your manifestos reflect wanting better jobs, better opportunities for young people in East Riding, more support with finances, support with health and well-being, particularly good mental health for young people. It's about protecting the environment, improving education, equal rights and democracy, and reducing poverty. All of those things are a national issue that young people want to change, so it's lovely to see that what you've done locally reflects those. But you've also highlighted other local issues in East Riding which are important. More things to do for young people, better support for our young people, keeping them safe and tackling crime. And so I say to all of you here today who stood as candidates that this is when all the work starts, not just for the people who are elected as members or deputy members of Youth Parliament, but for any of you who want to continue making positive changes to all those things that you feel really passionate about, whether that is locally in East Riding by working with colleagues in the room tonight, or whether that's regionally in Yorkshire and Humber, or whether it's nationally. There are lots and lots of opportunities, not just the UK Youth Parliament, that I will be able to help you, along with my colleagues, to get involved with. So I shall come and have a chat with you later on, because we'd love you to get involved. And we are also going to be setting up in East Riding our East Riding Youth Parliament. And again, I'd really hope that you would get involved with that, because we are going to be having links with all our schools, secondaries and primaries, as well as lots of other youth voice and influence groups that are in the East Riding. I will send you lots of information about the different opportunities via emails, so please watch out for those, and I'll be happy, as I say, to have a chat with you after the presentations later today. So as you can see, this is only the beginning, and I thank all of you for standing up for the issues that you believe in, because it is people like you that will make a real difference to our world and who will become the leaders of our future. So thank you very much. Okay, so now on with the evening and the presentations. So we're going to start with presentations of certificates by the leader of the council, Councillor Jonathan Owen, for the young people who stood in the East constituency of East Riding. I will call your names, and if you could come up and receive your certificates, that would be fantastic. So the first candidate for the east side of East Riding is candidate number 1, and that is Owen Thomas Mason. Lucy Parsons. Candidate 3 is Oliver Parsons. Candidate 6 is Darcy Georgia Bishop. Candidate 7 is Tegan Broomhead. Is Delilah Walker Hunter. And candidate 14 is Polly Oberg. Candidate 18, Lara Gray. Candidate 20, Priya Ladd. Candidate 21, Anna Cheh. Is Freya Edwards. Candidate 24 is Joseph Staves. And candidate 26 is Emily Staves. And these are our Youth Parliament representative candidates for the east side of the East Riding. Well done, everybody.
Can you squeeze up and get them? You're only a little one. Keep going, not a little one. Right. Just with your certificates, could you angle them down slightly? That's fine. And at the end, just tuck in, get friendly as well. You just straight to the camera. You have to look happy, please. Lovely. And last one from everyone. You can, brilliant. That's great. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Okay, so I think if you guys just remain there, and I'm now going to introduce the Chief Executive of East Riding of Yorkshire Council, Caroline Lacey, who is now going to do the declaration for the East constituency.
Thank you, Detty, and good luck to everybody. So this is the declaration of result of poll for the East constituency for the British Youth Parliament, and the poll ran from the 1st to the 28th of February 22. So I, Caroline Lacey, being the returning officer of the election of a member and deputy member of the British Youth Parliament for the East constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire Council, held between the 1st of February 2022 and the 28th of February 2022, do hereby give notice that the total number of votes cast in the ballot was 2,442. The two highest number of votes cast were as follows. Candidate number 23, Freya Edwards, 463. Candidate number 7, Tegan Broomhead, 242. So I do hereby declare that the said Freya Edwards is duly elected as the member of the British Youth Parliament for the East constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire, and that Tegan Broomhead is duly elected as the deputy member of the British Youth Parliament for the East constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire. Congratulations. That we ask the winning candidate if they would wish to come up and give a short sort of victory speech. Freya? Yeah? I'll hold this certificate.
I'm really happy and excited about the opportunity that I've just been given, and I'm definitely going to make the most of it and make sure that I try as hard as I can to fulfil the things that I've said that I will do and do the best for the people. Young people in East Riding. Thank you.
This one's for you, Freya. And then Tegan, if you'd like to come up and give a little speech. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just glad to say that you don't go on as long as they usually do. Politicians. So you're on a winner there.
Just like to say thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope that I can live up to all of your expectations. That's it.
Okay guys, thank you so much. If you'd all like to go back to your seats, and then we'll do the West constituency. So thank you very much. Okay, so we shall repeat the process with the certificate presentations to all our candidates for the West constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire. And we will start with candidate number 4, Matthew Fishergill. Thomas Hassar. Candidate number 9, Kizzy Blue Wade. And then we'll have candidate 10, and that is Ompriya Petchitwa. And candidate number 11, Jasmine. Yes, I will wait. Jasmine is not.
Thank you, Kizzy.
And candidate 11, I think Jasmine Jackson, I don't think she's here tonight, is she? No, we'll keep those certificates. Candidate number 12 is Thomas Edmiston. Candidate number 15, Isabel Davison. Is Honey Greenlee. Candidate 19 is Sophia Osborne. reasons, so we shall make sure that they get their certificates after the event. So, I shall now invite Caroline Lacey from... Oh, we're going to do the photograph first. Yes, of course, we'll do the photograph.
Guys, just lift your certificates up and look at that. Ben, just chuck in a bit. That's the distant made everyone. Last one for me, please. Look after you. Excellent, thank you.
Great stuff. Yes, so over to you, Caroline. Sorry.
Okay, so good luck everybody. So this is the direct declaration of result of poll in the West constituency for the British Youth Parliament. I, Caroline Lacey, being the returning officer at the election of a member and deputy member of the British Youth Parliament for the West constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire, held between the 1st of February 2022 and the 28th of February 2022, do hereby give notice that the total number of votes cast in the ballot was 2,976. The two highest number of votes cast were as follows. Candidate number 10, Onpriya Pechachua, 496. And candidate number 12, Thomas Edmiston, 450. So I do hereby declare that the said Onpriya Pechachua is duly elected as the member of the British Youth Parliament for the West constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire, and that Thomas Edmiston is duly elected as the deputy member of the British Youth Parliament for the West constituency of the East Riding of Yorkshire. Congratulations. So well done to everybody, but does Onpriya wish to come and make a speech?
Thank you for electing me, and I hope this event will inspire more young people to be involved with politics and the world around us. I hope I can live up to your expectations. Thank you.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for voting for me. It's a great honour, and I'm sure we're going to do some great things working together. So thank you, everyone.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much. You may take your seats. And really, that is the official part of the evening ended. And what I think would be great now is if everybody wants to come and have a chat with all the candidates, find out a little bit more about what they'd like to change, how we can all work together. I'm sure there'll be some of the media who would like to come and have a chat with some of those who've been elected as our members of Youth Parliament and deputy members. But for everybody else, I'm going to come and have a chat with all of you because I think there's lots and lots of things that you can all get involved in. And I'm very, very much looking forward to working with you. And we are going to have some photographs of our members of Youth Parliament and our deputy members, if you'd like to come up to the front, and we will arrange some photos with the local press team. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great evening.